Hi there, Mr. Holcomb here with another episode of The Math Behind the Modules. Hello, is there anybody? Oh, there you are. Hello, this is Module 2. We're on Module 2 now. And I changed my background. Beautiful sunset here the other night, and I took a picture of it, so I'm using that as my background. Lesson 1, scale drawings. Classwork opening exercise. Here's a bicycle. Above is a picture of a bicycle. Which of the images below appears to be a well-scaled image of the original, and why? So I'm going to copy this like so. Copy. Paste. Did it keep it the same size? No. Why? So let's put it back to about where it was so I can move it. Okay, it was about that. So is this a good scale? Okay, it's longer and shorter. Scaling does not change the dimensions, so that's bad. Okay, let's try it again. New, and now I'll copy this one. Copy that. Paste that, bring it back down, bring it to the size it originally was. That's about right. Bring this up, and as you can see, it's a little taller and it's a lot shorter, so that dimension changed. So this one here appears to be approximately scaled the same length and the same height. So my answer is definitely going to be this bicycle here. And the reason is because, let me bring the reason in so you can copy it if you need to. Okay, only the third image appears to be a well-scaled image since the image is in proportion to the original. This one here was shortened, it was shortened, but it was also stretched a little. That other one also stretched. It was stretched this way, but it was compressed. This one here was compressed. So the third one is the best one. Okay, page 2 brings us to example 1. So it says, use construction tools to create a scaled drawing of this triangle ABC with a scale factor of R equals 2. So what they mean is they want this triangle to be the original, and the triangle that we're going to create, the image of this triangle is going to be twice the size of this triangle. Okay, so I need my compass. And I'll turn it red. So what I'm going to do is put my compass on A. Like so. Open it up to B, which is right there. So this would be a circle of radius AB. I'm going to leave my compass locked at that position, and I'm going to move my compass point or my stylus to B and make an arc. Okay. I'm then going to take my straight edge, and you could have done the straight edge first, and you extend the side AB out past B and past that arc. This point here is going to be our vertex. This is going to be B prime. Right there. That's B prime. Going to do the same thing on the other two sides. So I'll use green this time. I'll put the compass back at A. I will rotate this so I'm on line AC or segment AC. I'll open that up to C like so. Move the compass to C and make an arc. I will then take my ruler, put that at A, line it up with side AC that's already there. Whoops, missed it. Right there, I think. And then just move it over a little. Extend C out past that arc. That point is now going to be C prime. And finally, I'm going to connect B prime and C prime. And there is triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. That is twice the size of triangle ABC. Okay, the other way we can do this is we can measure AB like so. And it is 1 and just a minute, let me flip that. I don't like standard. It is just over 30 centimeters. So I know it has to be double. So I'll come down here and I will draw a segment that's more than double, which is more than 60. So there, almost 80 is more than 60. So there is my segment. I will label this A prime. I then take my compass put it on A prime. Actually, no, I'm going to put it on A here. And I'm going to measure B like so. And then I bring that down here and let me change colors. And I make an, whoops, I make an arc. And then I move my compass over here and I make an arc. I label that B prime. Okay. Then I'm going to copy the angle. So let me do that in green. So I put my compass on the original triangle A, B, C at A. And I close the compass up like so. And I'm going to do just a semicircle like so, or even a full circle. Then I bring my compass point over to the intersection of that point and the circle right there. Open this up and draw an arc. Okay. I'm going to bring this down here and draw that same arc. Okay. I probably should have done that last step to both first, but that's okay. I can put this back on A and close that up to the same dimension, same radius. Come on, put that on A and draw my circle. Is that the same? Yes. Okay. Oh, I see what I did. I used, so let's pretend I didn't do that yet. So you copy the circle and then you put your stylus or the point of the compass on your circle and the AB side intersection. And then you open this up to the arc length. Just a little bit wider. I'm not quite on there. Okay, it's definitely going to be easier with a real compass than with a mechanical or electronic compass. Mechanical compasses will do a much better job. There we go. Then I bring this down here put it right on that intersection point, draw an arc like so, and now I can put my ruler over here, draw a segment that starts at A prime, going through that intersection, and that will be the same angle measure as angle CAB. So that will be C prime, A prime, B prime. Okay, so then I want to take, and then I take my compass, put it back at the original triangle A, open it up to C, like so. Okay, I'm not quite on there. Try with my pen. Finally, okay. Right there. And I'd make an arc there. Bring this down here, put it at A prime, and make an arc. Bring my ruler over. Okay, so that's a C. I want to double its length, so then I copy that over before grabbing my ruler. I don't want to make a triangle with one side equal. And that's where my C prime is going to end up. Okay, and there is C prime. So that should be the same size triangle as this triangle here, constructed in a different way. And here is the steps, a little bit different, but the same outcome. So in this one, let's recap. Solution 2 says draw a segment that will be longer than the double the length of AB, the ray AB. So here is AB. So I drew this segment longer than A prime AB, which is called A prime B prime. So A prime is the angle. Adjust the compass to the length of AB here. And mark off 2 consecutive such lengths along segment. So I put this red mark here and then this one here, and that is my B prime. I copied angle A, doing a circle, putting the stylus here, measuring the other intersection point, copying that, and that gives me my angle, and draw the blue line longer than double. And then you take the compass, measure AC, and make a mark, put the compass there, and go the same distance a second time and connect the 2 points, or the 2 lines. And that makes triangle A prime, B prime, C prime in 2 different ways. Exercise 1, you know what exercise means, right? Pause the video, see if you can do this on your own. Unpause the video, see how you did. I'm going to use the first step that we did in the example, rather than using the, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna do it like example 2. I'm going to copy an angle and then extend. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to draw a segment that's going to be at least 3 times as long as DF. So I'll measure DF approximately. DF is 1.7, 1.8 centimeters. So if I triple that, 6 would be plenty, right? Because anything is less than 2, and 2 times 3 is 6. So the first thing I'm going to do is just simply draw a segment that's at least length 6, like so. Okay, I'm going to label this point D prime. Okay, I'm going to take my compass and put it at D. Rotate it just a little, open it up so that I'm at F. So I want to be on D. Come on, stay there when I put you there. Okay, and F. Let me see how close I am here. Right there. That's DF right there. So if I put this on D, if I were just copying this segment, F would be right there. If I move my point over and put it here, this would be 2 times the length. Do it one more time, 3 times the length is right here. This is F prime. I'm now going to copy the angle D. So I'll put my compass on D as accurately as possible. Make it less than DF, draw a circle. Bring that down to D prime. Center it as best as I can on that point, draw a circle. Okay, put the compass on the DE intersection with the circle. Rotate it, open it up to the DF intersection of the circle where I intersected DF, which is right about there. And as you can see, I'm a little short, but if I open it up, actually that's pretty close right there. So I'll do this distance. So once I do that, then I'm going to put my compass here, rotate it around. Come on. Whew. This is tough with a pen. All right, and mark it. And mark it. Actually, I want to go down here, don't I? So I don't want this point. I want this one. But I don't want to point there either. That's just where I'm going to put my ruler. So I want to go in the same direction as DE. So I'm going to put my ruler on D, rotate it so I'm going through that and extend it down a certain distance. So this angle here, angle F prime, D prime, and soon to be E prime is congruent to FDE because I copied the angle. Now I just take my compass, I use blue on this side, and I'm going to measure the length of DE using my compass. Come on, right there. That look about right? Little short. Let me open it a little more. Right there. Okay. Then I bring this down here. Now keep in mind, I'm not matching. That's only the same length. Do it one more time to double the length. Whew. This takes patience, as it probably does to watch me do it. That's double the length. And then one more time to triple the length. So this will be E prime right here. Then I take my ruler, let's spin it around this way, and put it at E prime, rotate it to F prime. Draw a segment. So this is triangle D prime, E prime, F prime, which is 3 times as big as triangle DEF. Okay. Page 2 brings us to example 2, and this time it says use construction tools to create a scale drawing of triangle XYZ with a scale factor of R equal to 1/2. So we're going to cut this triangle down to size. We're going to cut it in half. Well, what can you think of? How do we cut a line segment in half? We do a perpendicular bisector. How do we do that? Put your compass stylus at one end, open it up, and notice once I start to open it, I'm not on the end. Okay. Open it up, come on. It's really important that I get right on the point, right at the vertex. There we go. And open this up more than halfway and draw an arc. Oops, go all the way over here and all the way over here. Do the same from the other end at Y. And draw an arc. Oh, see, I'm not on right there, so I'm going to undo that. Draw an arc. Still not that close, but you get the idea. Rotate this. Move the ruler to pretty close, and that looks about good right there. I don't need to draw a line all the way down through here. It messes it. So how about I just mark where it's important, and that is the middle, okay? And there will be my new point X prime. I'm going to do the same for YZ. Okay, or I mean XZ. So if I put my compass on Z, open it more than halfway, make an arc down here and up here, move this over to X, rotate it around, not quite on, and draw an arc like so. So now I'm going to draw a segment, but when you're doing a construction, you can draw the whole thing if you want. I would rather not because it clutters it. I only care about where this segment that comes down through these two circle intersections, segments of circles, these arcs where they intersect, and it's going to cross right there. So there's my perpendicular bisector, and that would be the point Z prime. Now all I need to do is connect X prime to Z prime, or not, that's going to be a Y, not X. Mislabeled that. We're going to use X as X prime in both triangles. So this is Y prime. All right, and then I put this, draw that over there, grab my pen and connect Y prime to Z prime. And there is my smaller triangle that is half the size of triangle YXZ. This is Y prime X prime Z prime. Here's exercise 2. Meaning, try it yourself, come back, see if you can do it. I'm going to assume you paused the video or you've already tried this. So here we go. What we're going to do is make a scale drawing of this that is 1/4 the size of this. So it's the same thing. All you have to do is a bisector twice. So we put Q, put our compass on Q, open it further than halfway, and make an arc up here, bringing it all the way around here. Bring that over to R. Okay, let me get my pen. I do a little bit better with the pen. As soon as I lift, though, it follows. Right there. Make my arc, boom, boom. There's 2 intersections, and draw my bisector. Okay, that's the midpoint of QR. I'm going to use Q as my point. So to make a triangle 1/4 of the size, if I made it half the size, it would come over somewhere around here. Now I want to do a perpendicular bisector of the segment I just created. I'm going to bisect the bisected. So I put my point on Q. Let me rotate it so that is not off the screen. Open it more than halfway. So it's going to be somewhere around here. I'm more than halfway here. Let me turn to green. And I'm going to draw an arc like so. Bring my compass point over to here. And draw an arc. Bring my ruler over and draw a segment. I'm off a little bit here, but it would be right here. And this will be R prime. Okay, now let me just erase these because it's getting cluttered. So let's get rid of this and this and this. I'll leave that just to show you that that's what we did. I'm just getting rid of the arcs. So the blue segment is the perpendicular bisector of QR, and then I cut Q to this point here, which would be actually R prime, and this would be R double prime. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going to have to do it from this way. All right, so I put my point here, open it more than halfway, and I'm going to draw an arc. Okay, I know I'm off the paper here, so it's not going to be very accurate, but I can do this because my ruler here would be horizontal perpendicular to QR. So I draw this arc and this here. So if you were doing this on your desk, maybe you'd be drawing it on your desk as well. And then when I draw this segment right here, there's the halfway point of PQ. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat. So I'm going to rotate this over this way. I'm now going to put it at P. Open this more than halfway from P to the red line now. I'll use purple now. Make an arc. Okay, I'm on the paper. That's a good thing. Bring it over to the red line. Make an arc. Bring this over and draw your segment from here to there. Okay. I didn't go the right way. My fault. Disregard that. Control Z. I want the other side. I apologize for that. So I want to put my segment here, rotate it this way, bring it to Q, rotate it this way, bring my ruler over and draw a segment like so. And this is P prime. Get my ruler, put 0 at R, rotate it to P. Draw the segment. And this tiny little triangle right here is P prime, Q prime, R prime, is 1/4 the size of P, Q, R. Page 4 brings us to number 3. Triangle EFG is provided right here. And one angle of the scale drawing E prime, F prime, G prime. So they copy G prime, copy G over to G prime so the angle's congruent. Use construction tools to complete the scale drawing and make a factor of R equals 3. So we're going to triple the size of this. So it's going to be a pretty big triangle. So I need my compass and I need my ruler, and here we go. So I'm going to put my ruler 0 right on G, rotate it so I'm right on that dashed line, and I'm going to extend it. Okay, I want to extend that. While I'm here, I might as well do the same over here and extend this side like so. Okay, so that's going to be our big triangle somewhere. And so now I want to put my point on G, open my compass up a radius of R, FG like that, bring this over to G, and there it is. This says R equals 3. That means that's how many times I have to do this. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. This is the point F prime. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to rotate this, put my point back at G, open it up to E, like so, bring it over to G, there's 1. Bring it over to the G prime, if you will, the first prime. Come on. There's 2. And bring it over to the third one. There's 3. This point here is going to be E prime. I then take my ruler, put my 0 at F, rotate it to E, and draw my segment. There is triangle E prime, F prime, G prime, which is 3 times as big as EFG. Okay, not so bad. Okay, example 4 says triangle ABC is provided below, and one of the sides of a scale drawing, triangle A prime, B prime, C prime, is also provided. Use construction tools to complete the scale drawing and determine the scale factor. Okay, so in this one, we're going to copy angles. All right, so I'm going to copy angle A, put my compass on the point, pretty close right there, but not quite. All right, close it, draw a circle around that point. Move this, oops, yeah, let's do that first. using the same radius, create another circle with the same radius at A prime. Can't quite get that on there. It's almost like, let's see, right there. Draw a circle. Okay, why is that green now? I don't get it. Okay, so anyhow, then you put your compass on one of the intersection points and you move your compass over to the other intersection point. This is difficult with this device here. Let's see. Yeah, that's way too big. About there, but it's still a little short right there. And then come over here. Draw an arc. And then run your ruler over here and draw a segment from A prime going through that intersection right there. So I've just duplicated angle A and now I have A prime. I'll do the same at C. Put your compass at C, draw a circle. Actually, let's make a bigger circle, it's easier. Draw a circle. And then put your intersection point here, your point on this intersection, rotate it around, open it up to the other intersection, right about there, like so. I didn't do the first circle, I'll have to go back. I'll make my arc here, like so, and now I have to put it back to the same radius. I should have copied the circle over first. Like so, like so. Okay, so those two circles are the same radius. So now I want to take this distance and find where it intersects. And it's going to be over here. Okay, what's going on? Let me see. Let's start over. Okay, we're on C. Close this up a little. Draw a circle. Bring that over to C prime. Draw a circle of the same radius. Go back. Put your compass on the intersection. Rotate it around to the other intersection. That's what I did wrong. I put it back at C, didn't I? Okay, you're probably all saying that while you're watching. All right, I know what I did wrong now that I'm redoing this. And right there. Then I take my ruler, put it at 0. Rotate that up, draw a segment. That is B prime. So there is a triangle. And then it says to determine the scale factor. Okay, so we've copied it. They gave us A prime, C prime. So now just to determine the scale factor, all we have to do is measure. So I prefer centimeters over inches any day. So if I put that there, right at 0, that is 42 millimeters or 4.2 centimeters. And this is 21 millimeters or 2.1 centimeters. So my R is 2. This triangle is twice the size of this triangle. Okay. Page 5 brings us to the end of lesson 1, module 2. Go do your problem set.